Hello everyone and welcome back to our home studio. I hope you all are doing well and we are back again with our face off, and this time it is Dominar 250 versus the Duke 250, or the Duke 250 versus the Dominar 250. Well, the Duke 250 has been in the Indian market for quite some time now and has a very big fan base, whereas I cannot say the same for the Dominar 250 because it is very new to the Indian market. But wait, it has a very growing fan base because everyone who was aspiring to, or who were thinking of buying the Dominar 400 but weren't able to reach that place because of the slight hike in the margin, now can get similarly looking Dominar 250 in a very low price. Now let's quickly jump into the comparison between the Duke 250 and the Dominar 250. The Duke 250 churns out a peak power of 30 PS at 9000 RPM, and along with that is the 24 Nm of torque at 7500 RPM. On the other hand, the Dominar 250 has a peak power of 27 PS. Along with that is the 23.5 Nm torque at 6500 RPM. Which means that the Dominar reaches its max power and the maximum torque faster than the Duke 250. Now along with that are the liquid cooled engine for both the bikes and mated with a 6-speed gearbox. So there is actually no difference in that. However, the weight of Duke 250 sits at 150 kgs with its steel trellis frame. With a beam type perimeter frame, the Dominar weighs 180 kgs. So the power to weight ratio is way better for the Duke 250 as compared to the Dominar 250. And that is why we have given the Duke 250 5 out of 5 and the Dominar 250 gets 1 less at 4 out of 5. Now coming to the second aspect, that is safety. And both the bikes have same size disc brake in the front and in the rear. So the front one is a 300 mm with radial calipers and the rear ones are at 230 mm with floating calipers. However, the KTM Duke 250 gets a fatter and a thicker tire of 150 by 60 section, whereas the rear tire of Dominar 250 is 130 by 70, which is slightly thinner for its bulky design. Along with that, the dual channel ABS in the Duke 250 is switchable, so you can switch between supermoto mode and the dual channel mode, whereas the Dominar 250 has a static running dual channel ABS. And that is why we have the winner as Duke 250 with 4 rating and the Dominar 250 lacks 1 again, so the Dominar sits at 3. Now coming to the third aspect, that is range. And surprisingly, the Duke 250 has a 13.5 liter fuel tank in comparison to the 13 liter fuel tank in the Dominar, which is 500 ml lesser than the Duke 250, but it is less. The fuel efficiency claimed by Duke 250 is somewhere around 31 kmpl, whereas the Dominar offers a 35 kmpl fuel economy. However, as both the engines are almost same, and because the fuel tank of the Duke 250 is slightly higher than the Dominar 250, we have given both of them a 4 rating out of 5. Now coming to the last factor, that is cost. Without any doubt, I can say that Dominar 250 is the clear winner with 1.6 lakh ex-showroom Delhi, whereas the Duke 250 sits at 2 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. So is the cost really justified? Well, here are the scores from the comparison between Dominar 250 and Duke 250. And clearly, despite of a higher price tag, Duke 250 is a clear winner with 16 points as compared to Dominar 250 with 15 points. However, it is a very marginal gap between the two, and if you are still not satisfied, we have few more factors for you which will make it easier for you to understand which bike is the best for you. Like, the first one is the wheelbase. The Dominar 250 has a longer wheelbase as compared to the Duke 250, and they suit their own stances because the Dominar 250 has been built for touring, whereas the Duke 250 is an aggressive naked sport bike. So you want it to be agile as well as responsive, which it is. And if you are looking for an aggressive looking bike with aggressive colors, the Duke 250 is the one for you, whereas the Dominar 250 is meant for someone who loves touring. The second parameter is the ground clearance, and the Duke 250 sits high at 185 mm, which is a blessing for off-roading. However, the Dominar 250 is slightly lower at 157 mm, which is a good news for short riders. And just to add, both the bikes have fully digital speedometer and both offer upside down forks. However, to keep the cost in check, the Dominar 250 has 37 mm USDs, whereas the Duke offers 43 mm WP USDs. And last but not the least, the exhaust node. And Dominar 250 has a bassier exhaust node than the Duke 250 because of its dual barrel exhaust. The Duke 250 has a more sportier sound. Both the bikes are offered in just two colors, so the choice is yours which color and which performance pack to take. So I hope this face-off Duke 250 versus Dominar 250 was helpful for you. Do share it with all your friends and family who are planning to buy one of these bikes so that it is helpful for them as well. And leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Tell us which bike or car would you like to feature next in Face Off. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. Also, you can get in touch with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. The links will be right here. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, please stay home and stay safe. Bye bye. Take care.